Hey there guys, welcome back to Just Chatting Football. Yes, welcome back to our Game Week prediction videos. This is Game Week 23. I am recording this before the midweek games of Game Week 22 have even been played. Those kick off tonight. So these predictions are based off of what has happened previously. Who knows what will happen in this week's games. Players could get injured, so that could really mess up our predictions. But we're just going to go for it anyway. I just need a bit of extra time really at the moment to do the editing. And yeah, we'll just get straight into it. As you all know, Charlotte is storming ahead. As of the end of Game Week 21, Charlotte was leading by 11 wins to my 7 Game Week wins. We have drawn 3 game weeks. Hopefully, by the end of Thursday night, I will have pulled one back, but who knows? I will pop up on Instagram which one of us won that. So link in the description below. Give us a follow on Instagram. And whilst we're at it, please give us a follow on here. Give us a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. So when we do sporadically put out these videos, if you enjoy watching them, you can watch them as they come. Let's just get straight into Game Week 23. First up on Saturday, we have Aston Villa versus Arsenal. This could go either way. This could be a really attacking game. In fact, I expect this to be a bit of an attacking game, and I think Villa will probably do a better job than Arsenal in this one, and I'm going to back a Villa win. I just think Villa will win in midfield and can run Arsenal's defence around a bit. So I'm backing a Villa win. Charlotte is backing an Arsenal win. Then next up, you have a Burnley versus Brighton, clash down near the bottom of the table. Currently, as of Game Week 21, they were sat in 17th and 16th respectively, I think, something like that. So it could be a tight one. As I mentioned in my last video, Brighton just play some great football. They're just not so clinical. But I think they could break down this Burnley defence. I don't think Burnley will be as defensive in this game as they would normally be against a team further up the table or a top 6 team. So I think there'll be a bit more space for Brighton to play in. So I'm backing a Brighton win. Charlotte, not so sure. 2 teams close together in the table at the moment. She's going for a draw. She's sitting on the fence and backing a draw in this one. Then we have Newcastle versus Southampton. Newcastle have been playing better as of late. They got a good win against Everton, but I just don't know that Steve Bruce is going to consistently set them up to be attacking. I think he'll revert back to his weird, let's kind of park the team behind the ball and try and nick something on the break. That's not how they need to be playing. They have great attacking players. Go and attack and see what you can get out of it. You've got a great striker up top. Alan Saint-Maximin coming back into the team, building up his fitness again. He could make the difference for them. Southampton, bit of a wobbly patch as of late, but I think they'll start to turn it around. I backed them for a win against United. So who knows what happened there. Hopefully they did it.
Oh dear, we are in trouble.
And I'm going to back them again for a win in this one. Charlotte thinks the same. She is backing a Southampton win. Sorry, Newcastle. Back to trying to find points elsewhere, I think. Then we have Fulham versus West Ham. Fulham playing some good stuff. Not shipping as many goals this season as I thought they would. Lookman has been on fire recently. Some great football from him. He's a great dribbler of the ball. He likes to run at defences. So yeah, some good stuff from Fulham recently. West Ham, I mean, they have been fantastic. David Moyes, what a manager he has been. It didn't work out for him at Manchester United, but it kind of reminds you of the old Everton team, doesn't it? He's taken a kind of bottom of the table team and is making them challenge for European places. He's a great manager, definitely a bit underrated, and I think United, if they'd given him a bit more time, could have been interesting to see what he could have done there with a bit more backing as well. So yeah, I'm going to back West Ham in this one, getting them back to winning ways. Charlotte can't split these two in this London London derby, so she is going for a draw. And the last game on Saturday, we have Manchester United versus Everton. Bit of a North England derby going on up there. United being a bit of a mixed bag. You don't really know what you're going to get from them. Sometimes the players turn up and play incredible stuff. Sometimes they just look like they're sulking around on the pitch. United I think they have won the most points from losing positions as well. For most games this season, they've been dead to the world for the first 60 minutes or so and then come alive in the last 30. And that seems to have worked for them. That's why they're so far up the table. Teams don't score enough against them to begin with at the beginning of the match, and then United just storm it at the end once they've broken down the other team. Everton, again, mixed bag recently. I'm not sure they're going to make top 6 at this rate, but we'll see. We'll see how they go. Ancelotti is a great manager. They've got some great players in the team. They're all feeling a little bit disjointed at the moment. You know, they've had injuries. Players have come back in. They're trying to work their way to fitness. So who knows? I am going to back a United win in this one. The players that United have who can score some incredible goals from distance. I think we're going to see a few of those in this one because Pickford just can't cope with shots from distance generally. So I'm backing a United win, and Charlotte is going for a draw. She can't split these two. She's not, convinced by either of these teams' form as of late. They've both got match winners in their teams, so I mean, she's sitting on the fence with this one. Then we move into our Sunday games, and we kick things off on Sunday with Tottenham Hotspur versus West Brom. We both backed a Chelsea win against Spurs in this kind of midweek games coming up. That will have just passed by the time this video is out. I mean, fingers crossed Chelsea won, but who knows? But in this match, they are coming up against West Brom, who ship goals for fun. Big Sam's come in. He's had a couple of decent results, and they've had a couple of shocking results. So we think Spurs will win this one. Even if Kane isn't back in the team, I think they've probably got the players just to nick it. Some probably nick it by a goal or a goal or two maybe. But who knows? Depends on how Big Sam sets up, and depends what Spurs turn up really. Whether they're just going to walk around sulking on the pitch or whether they're actually going to work together and try and win this one. But yeah, both backing a Spurs win. Then we have Wolves versus Leicester. Wolves have missed Jimenez quite massively, but they've brought in a new striker who has been playing well of late. They just need to start scoring goals now. Leicester, again, bit of a mixed bag. Vardy has been out after a hernia operation, but they've got players in their team who can certainly make a difference. As I mentioned in the last one, you've got Maddison, you've got Barnes, Tielemans. They've got players who can make a difference. So I think Leicester will win this one. I think there's going to be more misery put on Wolves. Charlotte is backing a Wolves home win. Then we have the big one. We have last year's champions versus what is probably going to be this year's champions. We have Liverpool versus Manchester City. Huge game for Liverpool. Not so huge for City. I mean, if City win, they'll just increase their lead at the top. But they've already got a nice little buffer at the moment and a game in hand. So doesn't actually matter too much for them. This is bigger for Liverpool. So the pressure is on Liverpool to win this, to stay fighting for the title, really. They brought in a couple of defenders, not of the quality that Liverpool generally have in their team. I mean, they brought in a centre-back from Schalke who are shipping goals for fun at the moment, so not sure how that's going to work out. And they brought in Davies from Preston North End. So, I mean, they could be good players. I don't know anything about them, but if Schalke are shipping goals and then you're expecting Davies to come from Preston North End to play against the creme de la creme of the Premier League, it could be a lot of weight on those lads' shoulders. So on that basis, I can't see anything other than a City win. Charlotte is backing Liverpool to start fighting to retain their title. Could Salah and Mane pop up and save the day for Liverpool? Who knows? It's going to be a good one to watch. And then the last game on Sunday, we have Sheffield United versus Chelsea. Sheffield, again, much like Brighton, they've actually played all right most of this season. They just haven't got the results. A lot of losses, quite a few draws, like 2 or 3 draws, but they have picked up a couple of wins recently. They're just a bit unlucky this year. They've actually not played terribly. They've had a couple of games where they've been dour, but they've actually played all right most games and just aren't getting the luck of the draw, really. So it's really, really unfortunate that they're being described up until like game week 20 or whatever it was as the worst Premier League team in history up until that point in the league. Because they haven't been the worst team in Premier League history, they just have had the worst results. So hard luck on them. Chelsea, Thomas Tuchel's come in, changed formation, giving everyone a chance, really. So that's nice to see. It's working a bit better up front as well, which is nice. Callum Hudson-Odoi, I hope he continues to play because him as a right wing back, it works for him, which is great. And with Reece James giving him competition, I mean, what better 2 right wing backs could you be asking for at the moment? We think Chelsea will win this one. We both think Chelsea will win this one, but I wouldn't put it past Sheffield to give us a game. So yeah, just more good news for Tuchel in this one. And then finally, we finish off game week 23 with a Monday night football game. We have Leeds versus Crystal Palace. This could be an interesting one. Palace aren't so defensively resolute anymore. Leeds can score a lot of goals. Leeds can also ship a lot of goals. So this could actually be a really interesting one to watch. I'm going to make sure I do tune in for this one. I think there could be a few goals. We are split with this one. Charlotte is backing a Palace win. She is backing the more experienced Premier League team. And I am going to back a Leeds win because you never know what you're going to get with them. They'll win or they'll lose, but there's going to be goals. So it's going to be exciting to watch. So yes, Leeds for me and Palace for Charlotte. So there we have it. Those are our predictions for game week 23. As I say, this was recorded before all of the midweek games of game week 22 were even played. So, things could happen in those games which could affect these games, but we're gonna go with it. Do follow us over on Instagram as well. We'll be putting out content on there, and we'll also put up reminders of our predictions. Please, once again, sorry to ask, but please do click like, please do subscribe, and we will see you next time with another predictions video.